an amazing story and suiting for an amazing person. I think that Lucas came to us at the right time, the right place, and he's had a huge impact on our hockey club, but I think that our hockey club's had a huge impact on him. And so it's been mutually beneficial in that regards, but I think for the most part what I really love to see about Hildy is his compete level. There's not a guy in this league that can outmatch him in terms of how hard he works, in terms of off the ice but also on the ice, and how he competes for every play, every shift, whether he's got limbs hanging off him or blood dripping from him or whatever. I just know he's going to be ready to go, and so having that kind of a warrior type player in your lineup every night gives us a chance to win. And super excited to see where his future is headed, and wish him all the best. Cody has been, I don't think it's an Ironman record in terms of consecutive games, but actually tonight will be his 100th league game. And I think that's pretty special for a player that has come in and been here since the very beginning, even the year before I got here, and how he's continued to carry on a tradition of the Stephenson family. His brother Josh laid down a great legacy, and Cody has continued to build on that. He's been a consistent player. He's done what we've asked him. We've moved him up and down in the lineup in all different places, and not because of his ability, but just because he is a player that can adapt well and fit into lots of different roles for us, whether it's on the power play or penalty kill or just 5-on-5. And so really appreciate his flexibility on that front, but for the most part, he's a great leader in the locker room. He's a quiet leader that brings a lot of, like I said, consistency. And whether it's on the ice or off the ice, the guys know exactly where Cody stands. He's got a great mind. He works hard in the classroom. And you can even see on the trip to China how he just was able to relate the trip back home with all his blogs and all his writing, how passionate he is about ministry and his faith and how that integrates with his hockey career. So knowing that he's solid in that area, I know that he's got a great future ahead of him, and wish you all the best, Cody. Jamey Kreller, and he has been another one of these gentlemen that have been with us prior to me being here, and I think that he has brought some consistency to our lineup. He's been a player that has continued to improve on the ice and has been able to improve physically with his commitment in the off season to his training program and to take care of his body. And unfortunately right now he's got this knee injury that has set him out of the lineup, but he continues to be around and putting in the work and doing what he needs to do to get healthy. And it just shows his commitment and his dedication to our program. And he's been one of those guys, along with Cody, who have been able to help us change our culture over the last 4 years. And I'm going to be really sad to see Jamey depart our program, but I know he's going to be a great alumni for us and continue to have great success as he takes his next steps forward. Like so many other guys I've talked about in terms of their contribution to our program, Aaron is just another one of those guys that came to us sort of in that situation of no junior experience, a walk-on situation. He is one of those guys that, a couple of injuries set him back in terms of his development. And, we talked to him about maybe making some adjustments in terms of his pathway, but he has been so committed to our program that he has been steadfast and wanted to push through that, and he has done that. He has been a leader for us again in the classroom. He's worked incredibly hard with Andrew over the last number of years to get into the best shape he possibly can, and he's ready. Anytime that we need him to be in our lineup, he is there. Anytime we need him to step up and be a leader, whether it's with leading Bible studies or doing community projects or a volunteer or be awesome in the classroom, he is there. And he's one of those guys that you could easily, put the tag on him that he's a complete champion. He's a win all day, every day ambassador. He just continues to impress me every day, and he probably doesn't hear that enough from me. But I think that Aaron has left a huge mark on our program. I think that he has been a guy that, if you were to look at and say, what would you like a Spartan hockey player to look like as an alumni? I'd have to point to Hogger. He's been one of those guys that has just been so consistent, and he's never, he's never pouted and got upset and been disappointed. He's just kept his eyes forward, focused, and has been a guy that has been a leader that way. So, Hogger, we love and appreciate you, and know that with that continued attitude and leadership, you are going to be a wanted asset in whatever marketplace and job place that you're moving into, and we wish you all the best and pray God's blessing on you.